The mysterious sons of God in Genesis 6 have puzzled theologians, historians, and scholars for centuries. Who were these beings, and why did they interact with humanity in such profound ways? From divine councils to heavenly beings, their identity connects the biblical narrative to ancient cultural myths, shedding light on a broader understanding of faith and human-divine interaction.
In Genesis 6, the sons of God are depicted as celestial beings who observed the daughters of humanity and took them as wives. The Hebrew term B'nai Elohim, often translated as sons of God, points to divine entities present in the heavenly council. This phrase reappears in Job, where it refers to beings surrounding God, further supporting their supernatural nature. But ambiguity surrounds their role. Were they divine messengers or beings acting beyond divine command? The sons of God mirror divine assemblies found in other ancient Near Eastern cultures. For instance, the Canaanite god El presided over a council of lesser gods known as his children. Texts from Ugarit, a prominent Canaanite city, describe these beings as sitting on elevated thrones and governing earthly affairs under their chief deity. Such parallels suggest that the concept of divine councils in Genesis reflects the broader religious worldview of the region. In Mesopotamian myths, figures like Gilgamesh echo the semi-divine nature attributed to the sons of God. Gilgamesh, described as two-thirds divine and one-third human, exemplifies the blend of celestial and mortal characteristics. His tale offers insights into how ancient cultures conceptualized hybrids between divine and human realms, aligning with descriptions of the sons of God and their offspring in Genesis. The term sons of God is rich with interpretive possibilities. Scholars debate its meaning, considering whether it denotes divine beings, angelic messengers, or rulers who claim divine lineage. The term has also been tied to aristocratic figures in some rabbinic interpretations, reinforcing a worldly rather than supernatural identity. This ambiguity has sparked centuries of debate, emphasizing the complexity of this biblical term. The sons of God raise profound questions about the interaction between divine and human realms. Did their actions in Genesis symbolize a boundary violated between the heavenly and earthly? Or were they cautionary figures reflecting humanity's struggle with divine influence? Their story serves as a reminder of the need for humility before divine mysteries, emphasizing God's sovereignty over all creation. The fascination with the sons of God persists, as they embody the enduring human curiosity about divine beings and their purpose. Their story encourages believers to reflect on the mysteries of Scripture and the importance of faith in interpreting these ancient truths. By studying these figures, we uncover deeper spiritual lessons about trust, obedience, and the boundaries of human understanding. The sons of God in Genesis 6 remain a puzzle, inviting reflection on the divine and its interaction with humanity. Their story crosses cultural boundaries, connecting ancient myths and biblical truths to reveal a profound lesson: the greatness of God's sovereignty and the mystery of His creation. As you explore these themes, consider this: how do the mysteries of Scripture deepen your faith? The Nephilim are some of the most mysterious figures in the Bible, described as heroes of old and warriors of renown. Were they giants, supernatural hybrids, or simply a misunderstood part of history? Their story, rooted in Genesis 6, echoes through ancient texts, myths, and archaeology. Join us as we unravel the enigma of the Nephilim and their significance in biblical history. The term Nephilim originates from the Hebrew root meaning fallen ones, or those who fall. This ambiguity raises questions. Were they beings fallen from heaven, fallen in morality, or warriors who fell in battle? Genesis 6 describes them as present during the time when the sons of God took human wives. They are portrayed as mighty and renowned figures, but their exact nature, divine, human, or hybrid, remains a mystery. The Nephilim reappear in Numbers 13, where the Israelites describe them as giants inhabiting the land of Canaan. To ourselves, we seemed like grasshoppers, and so we seemed to them, the spies reported. This description paints them as massive, intimidating figures tied to the Anakites. Were these actual beings of great size, or was it an exaggeration fueled by fear? The passage leaves the question open to interpretation, adding to their mystique. The Nephilim bear striking similarities to other ancient myths. Gilgamesh, for example, is described as 2/3 god and 1/3 human, embodying both divine power and human limitation. Greek mythology speaks of the Titans, divine beings who were cast down by the Olympians. Could these parallels indicate a shared cultural memory of larger-than-life figures, or are they reflections of humanity's fascination with power and the divine? Some scholars suggest that stories of the Nephilim may have been inspired by ancient ruins. Massive Bronze Age structures and burial chambers found across the Near East could have led to tales of a giant race. The towering fortifications of cities like Hebron might have seemed beyond the capabilities of ordinary humans, fueling the belief in a bygone era of giants. Theological perspectives on the Nephilim vary widely. Some early Christian texts, like the Book of Enoch, link them to fallen angels and their human offspring. Others, like Rabbinic Judaism, argue they were mortal men of great renown or corrupt aristocrats. This divergence highlights the broader theological debate. Were the Nephilim symbols of divine judgment or literal beings walking the earth? The story of the Nephilim has captured modern imagination, inspiring books, movies, and conspiracy theories about ancient giants. Their mystery lies not only in their potential existence, but in what they represent, a bridge between the earthly and the divine. They remind us of humanity's enduring curiosity about the unknown and the boundaries of the natural and supernatural. The Nephilim stand as one of the Bible's most captivating enigmas. Whether they were fallen angels, hybrid beings, or symbolic representations of human hubris, their story challenges us to reflect on the mysteries of faith and the power of God's sovereignty. What do you think? Were they giants, heroes, or something else entirely? The sons of God in Genesis 6 are pivotal to the mystery of the Nephilim. Who were these beings described as taking human wives? Were they members of a divine council, rebellious angels, or symbolic representations of something entirely human? This passage has sparked theological debates and inspired interpretations spanning millennia. Let's delve into the identity and role of the sons of God and their profound impact on biblical history. The phrase, sons of God, B'nai Elohim, is found in several places in the Hebrew Bible. In Job 1 verse 6, these beings are depicted as part of God's divine council, standing before him in heaven. This aligns with ancient Near Eastern traditions where lesser divine beings served under a supreme deity. In Genesis 6, these beings are said to have taken human wives, resulting in the mysterious Nephilim. But were these truly divine beings, or is there more to the story? One of the most popular interpretations of the sons of God identifies them as fallen angels. This view is expanded upon in apocryphal texts like the Book of Enoch, where rebellious angels called Watchers descend to earth, marry human women, and give rise to the Nephilim. These Watchers are portrayed as disobedient beings who defy God's order. But is Genesis 6 truly describing celestial rebellion, or is this an extrapolation from later traditions? Not all interpretations view the sons of God as divine beings. Rabbinic texts suggest that the phrase could refer to powerful human rulers or aristocrats who married outside their social class. This interpretation aligns with the belief that the Nephilim were not hybrid creatures, but rather human descendants marked by moral corruption. This theory redefines the sons of God as figures of earthly power rather than supernatural entities. The concept of a divine council isn't unique to the Bible. In Ugaritic text, the god El is described as presiding over a council of lesser gods. These beings, much like the sons of God, were involved in the affairs of the world. Could Genesis 6 reflect a shared cultural memory of such divine councils, Or was it a biblical critique of these polytheistic beliefs? The overlap highlights the rich tapestry of ancient thought influencing biblical narratives. If the sons of God were divine beings or angels, their union with humans represents a significant transgression of divine order. This act of boundary crossing echoes themes of human pride and rebellion seen throughout the Bible. Conversely, if they were human rulers, their actions symbolize moral decay and abuse of power. Either way, the narrative points to the consequences of stepping outside God's will and the eventual judgment through the flood. The story of the sons of God challenges us to consider the boundaries of the spiritual and the earthly. Are there moments in our lives where we, too, cross lines that God has set for us? Whether these beings were divine or mortal, their actions remind us of the importance of faithfulness and obedience. Their story continues to spark curiosity and debate, urging us to seek deeper truths in the Bible. If you've been captivated by the mystery of the sons of God, hit the like button and subscribe for more deep dives into biblical history. Share your thoughts in the comments. How do you interpret their identity? Let's unravel these mysteries together. The enigmatic Nephilim have inspired centuries of interpretation, ranging from ancient myths to modern theories. Were they fallen angels, aristocratic humans, or divine hybrids? From early Jewish texts to Christian theology and archaeology, the Nephilim's legacy reveals evolving ideas about power, morality, and the supernatural. Let's explore how their story has been interpreted across time and what it means for us today. In early Jewish literature, such as the Book of Enoch, the Nephilim are described as the offspring of fallen angels and human women. These watchers, divine beings who rebelled against God, produced violent and destructive offspring, prompting divine judgment through the flood. However, later rabbinic interpretations shifted this view, portraying the Nephilim as human nobles whose immorality led to their downfall. This reinterpretation reflects a theological effort to distance Jewish tradition from polytheistic myths. Early Christian theologians were divided on the nature of the Nephilim. Figures like Ambrose of Milan accepted their angelic origins, while others, like Augustine, viewed them as descendants of Seth's line, who strayed from moral righteousness. For Augustine, the Nephilim symbolized humanity's failure to maintain divine order. Over time, Christian thought often emphasized their allegorical meaning rather than their literal existence, using them as cautionary tales about pride and sin. Some archaeologists suggest that beliefs in giants may have been inspired by the monumental ruins and ancient burial sites of Canaan. These structures, made from enormous stones, were likely attributed to a lost race of giants by ancient Israelites. Others theorize that fossilized remains of prehistoric creatures were mistaken for giant human bones, further fueling legends of the Nephilim. Such theories bridge the gap between myth and history. The Nephilim find counterparts in global myths, such as the Greek Titans and the Mesopotamian demigods. Gilgamesh, for instance, shares traits with the Nephilim as a semi-divine warrior. Similarly, Greek myths of gods mating with mortals reflect themes of divine-human interaction. These parallels suggest that stories of the Nephilim were part of a broader ancient worldview, blending theology and mythology to explain the extraordinary. Today, the Nephilim appear in pop culture, novels, and even conspiracy theories. Some speculate about alien influences or hidden giant skeletons, turning the Nephilim into symbols of mystery and forgotten history. While these ideas often stray far from biblical roots, they reveal humanity's enduring curiosity about the unknown. Whether viewed as historical beings or imaginative constructs, the Nephilim continue to capture the imagination. Despite their mysterious origins, the Nephilim's story carries timeless lessons about morality, humility, and the consequences of overstepping divine boundaries. They remind us of the dangers of pride and the importance of aligning with God's will. As fallen beings, whether angels, nobles, or metaphors, They symbolize humanity's ongoing struggle to reconcile power and faith. The Nephilim are more than an ancient mystery. They are a window into humanity's efforts to understand power, morality, and the divine. Their story, woven through scripture and history, invites us to reflect on our place in God's creation. Are the Nephilim a cautionary tale, a historical enigma, or something more profound? The answer lies in how we choose to interpret their legacy. Did this exploration of the Nephilim challenge your perspective? Like, share, and subscribe to dive deeper into biblical mysteries. Do you think the Nephilim were real giants or powerful metaphors? Share your thoughts in the comments below.